first of all, this mandate that we see here, the resounding mandate that has been given to the present government, let's not mistake it for a reaffirmation of all the policies that have been taken by Modi 1. I see it as some kind of a acknowledgement of the people, of the willingness of the present government to do certain things, although they have not been able to complete many tasks. So it's also a sort of mandate to complete those tasks which have been left unfinished in Modi 1. So in that sense, I think this is a work in progress that needs to be completed. So that's the mandate needs to be read in that manner. Now, coming to the main issue, I think one of the things that we have not discussed today is agrarian distress. I think the last time I was here, actually, just before the interim budget, I was asked to name two things that the interim budget would likely to do, and I said a couple of things about the direct payments, and which was immediately done in that budget. But now I hope what I'm going to say today will also be heard by the government. One of the things that needs course correction is agriculture. Agriculture for long, actually, all of us know that it's a state subject, and nearly 50% of the people are employed in agriculture, and less than 15% of the GDP is now coming from agriculture. So obviously there's a lot of distress in that sector. So agriculture is a state subject, and anything that's done has to take into account the states or the region specificities into account. And unfortunately, whatever has been done, a lot has been done in the last 5 years by this present government, but one thing that was missing from all the major initiatives, be it Krishi Sinchai Yojana, which is irrigation related, or the soil health card thing, that region specific focus was missing. I think that's where they'll have to really get back. Because just if we throw our mind a little back before the Modi government, actually UPA 2, for all their policy paralysis, they have actually undertaken a couple of initiatives in agriculture sector, which actually took this very state-specific aspects into agricultural policy. And that actually started giving that from 2007-8 onwards, they have devised certain policies which took account of these state-specific factors, and that translated into some better growth coming from rain-fed regions by 2011-12, despite a major drought in 2009. Unfortunately, with the new government in Modi 1, many of these policies were actually revised. I think that focus has to be on this varied nature of agriculture. Agriculture is extremely difficult and different in different parts of the country. So that needs to be done. It cannot be like one size fits all kind of a policy. This is one. Now, I think Professor Bhanumurthy has raised this very important issue. For any kind of planning, so to say, either at the micro level or at the macro level, existence of reliable data is extremely important. Until and unless that is there, I think whether it's the industry or the policymaker or the academicians, anyone who wants to really analyze the performance cannot do that in the vacuum without any. So data systems need to be really strengthened. There has to be reliable, authentic data which is periodically released. I think there was a point made about there needs to be a separate authority, but there's already one National Statistical, Central Statistics Office, which is basically a nodal agency, and that needs to be given more autonomy. The other issue is, the most important issue, one I want to flag is, recently there has been a lot of talk about India actually getting caught in the middle income trap. And we also heard a lot about the state of health, state of education in India. I think this is something that the government needs to address at the earliest. Because what happens is that economic growth only provides opportunities, okay? And those opportunities, for people to make use of those opportunities, they need certain basic capabilities which come basically from health and education. And strengthening that is the key, because even if there are opportunities, economic growth, I mean, industry grows at a certain rate, much higher than the present rate, and opens up opportunities, people will not be able to make use of those opportunities. So health and education, of course, that's a long-term process, but thing is that needs to be really focused upon. So these are the three key areas that I think this government has to focus on. Thank you.